In any case, I need to keep chasing after Miss President. Now I immediately see a recognizable feature. A long ponytail. I found her.
Wait! It's too dangerous to go alone.
Miss President turns around in response to my voice. She's smiling. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Color me impressed that you managed to catch up to me so quick.
The calmness. As expected, I would follow her. I'm beginning to feel like she's toying with me. But I understand now. Nothing I can say to her will change her mind. There's no helping it then.
Promise me that you won't leave my side. And you can't do anything rash. If you can't agree to those terms, I'll have to force you into protective custody. This is a matter of life and death for you.
Sure thing. Then let's get to that announcement room together.
I thought that I'd be able to keep her in check by saying that her life was in danger, but she didn't seem to take any notice. She just shrugged and accepted my proposal. It's quite hard to deal with. I'm not sure if she knew how I'm feeling, but she spoke up.
Mind if I ask you something?
What is it?
There's a moment of silence. Just as I'm about to ask her to go on, Miss President continues.
Huh. Being forced to fight your friends, huh? Sorry. You don't gotta answer.
You must still be thinking about my fight with Yukiko. True, I'm slightly hesitant to talk about any of this, but it's a question that must be answered. That's how it feels to me.
No, you're right. If I could avoid it, I would. But I believe in my friends.
You mean your friends won't hate you after the fight? Or you think they'll understand that you don't really want to fight?
I don't know. Both, maybe. I mean, there's no way we'd fight each other without some kind of reason.
Will she believe that answer? I study Miss President's face, but when she's opened her mouth, she has an unexpectedly gloomy look in her eyes.
What if you had to kill each other?
Kill each other? I truly hadn't anticipated that question. I'm caught off guard by how I haven't even considered it. It's true, there's no guarantee that this General Teddy won't suddenly decide to make us fight to the death on a whim.
Sorry, that was probably over the line. I don't know why I said that.
I wouldn't let it happen.
Even if I was forced into such a situation, I would never follow that order. That's all I can say right now. But after hearing my answer, Miss President casts her eyes down again. After seeing that behavior, how do I put this? Felt a sense of incongruity. Why could that be? Something doesn't feel like her. Could Miss President be carrying some unimaginable burden that she has yet to confide in us? Is it so heavy that she would ask that question of me? Speaking of which, if General Katie does turn out to be her shadow, what does that mean about whatever express stock she truly has? Suddenly, it seems that her courageous and cheerful demeanor are a mirror image of that, and a slight sense of fear chills my spine. My chill rests through my head, and while we walk down the hallway...
What are you doing?
I thought I broke my nose for a moment. It's that inflexible wall again. Even though I should have been expecting them, I relaxed my guard and walked right into one. I hold my nose and wave away Miss President, who looked concerned.
There's an invisible wall. I don't think I can go through here.
An invisible wall? Oh, that must have been why you broke out of the mime act every now and then. Well, if I can pass through, it must only be blocking the tournament fighters. This world sure is out there.
Miss President walked right to the place I had bumped into. So that must be the case. As I imagine, Miss President is unaffected by these walls. Is it because it's not one of the factors in the Grand Prix? Of course, if General Teddy really is her shadow, maybe the normal rules would apply to her. The entrance leading to the school building is ahead of us. But perhaps worst of all is that the wall I had just walked into is blocking me from reaching there. I'll just have to find some other way. No, there are walls there too. and the same can be said from the direction toward the entrance. A thought crossed my mind as I checked the way we had come. It's as I thought. Another invisible wall has formed where I had just passed, and I can't go back. With walls in every direction, there's nowhere else I can go. I'm trapped. And if I can't go anywhere, this only means one thing.
Careful. This probably means...
The moment I call to Miss President, General Teddy appears on the monitor in the entryway. It means my third round in the P-1 Grand Prix is about to begin.
Is your snout okay, Sensei? Jeez, you're such a klutz!
You're still using that form? It's getting old. Why don't you just show your true self?
Boy, you got peevish! I don't have any idea what you're talking about!
I was intentionally trying to rile him up, but he wasn't falling for it. Looks like I'm not going to get him to feel anything that way. I quickly changed tactics.
Okay. So who's my next opponent?
Ooh, now you're getting into the spirit of things! Let me guess, you're starting to enjoy beating up your friends? Hee-hee! Okay, with the next challenger, come on down!
The general doesn't pick up my intention and only yells what appeared to be his pubertal catchphrase. Smoke pours out, and who should appear from the smoke but the person I was expecting to see? 4 of us enter the TV together. Ready to fought against Yosuke and Yukiko. Then...
That's what I thought. You're the last of us, after all.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd be next, too.
She laughed along with me. For the moment, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her words and action, but I can let my guard down around her. After all, I felt the same way when I encountered Yukiko too. But, as they say, the third time's a charm. I have to see if she is in her right mind. I decide that the best way to do that is to be calm and start a conversation with her.
Yeah, you know what they're doing, right?
Before I can begin to explain, Chie cuts me off.
Yeah, I know. The stuff we say gets twisted around so we end up fighting each other, right? Don't worry. You're the son of a bitch who left us as soon as the last case ended, but you're still our good friend. I mean, you have it easy. You're just fighting your friends.
Wait, guys.
I have to keep killing over and over, all because of you humans!
What? Now this is obvious. Chie is clearly not herself. It is so bland that her words don't offend me at all. Moreover, it's not just her character, but Chie would never say anything like that. And you humans? That's as good as confessing that you're not human. Alright, County 4 was it? Miss President is watching us from nearby. She looks more dumbfounded than worried. Still, what Chie said in the end caught my attention. I had to keep killing over and over.
More stuff about killing, huh? Miss President was talking about it earlier, too. This must be...
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Hurts. I'll give you a taste of the pain they put me through!
It's not even trying to sound like Chie anymore. I can't even begin to understand what she's talking about. But if the Shadow is intentionally making people say this thing, what does this mean about Miss President? Killing each other? All because of humans? What kind of secret pact could the new student council president of the Yasogami High be harboring? No, now's not the time for this. I'll have to look into this afterward to clear up all the confusion between us.
Let's do this, Chie.
I ignore her words and draw my sword. Immediately, Riset's voice echoed through the area as if she was waiting for this.
Well, round 3 of the P-1 Grand Prix already. Word on the street is that the carnivore may have a slight advantage. Will you, Senpai, all talk and no skill, manage to eke out a win this time? Let's get this show on the road. Ready?
I've won. I lower my sword and begin slowing my breathing. I don't believe I've injured Chie too badly. Considering this was my third time having to do this, I feel like I'm getting pretty good at not having to seriously wound people in a fight.
Wipe that smug look off your face. This isn't fun at all!
General Teddy, it seems that the fights ended without any injuries and spared his word through the monitor. The image of the monitor then disappeared without anything further. Let him say whatever he wants. I fuck all the friends I came into the TV with, and none of them are hurt. All that's left is to head to the announcement room and make sure Nanako is safe, and then we'll be able to go home. I walk over to Chia and help her up off the ground. She's come back to her sense, and she seems a little sheepish. Are you alright? What's yours?
I think so. Man, you're strong. I'm kind of shocked at how much of a difference there is between us.
Looks who's talking. I've never been kicked around so badly in my life. I wait for Chia to reach her feet and then tell her everything that's had happened to this point.
So the others are safe too? What a relief. I was pretty worried.
Chia is so relieved that she sits down on the floor once more. Can't help but smile at the reaction. She really does care about her friends. Yeah, they are the people I believe in. Seeing us exchanging smile like this, nothing was wrong. This president sounds perplexed when she speaks up.
You guys really are tight, aren't you? Makes me jealous.
Well, we did spend a whole lot of time together last year because of that case. Sure, I was surprised to hear such weird stuff coming from him, but I know he'd never say any of that to me. Wait a sec. Who are you?
Oh, I forgot about that. I quickly introduce Miss President and tell Chia that she may be a victim of the case. But Chia looked again at Miss President suspiciously.
Huh? The student council president? You mean ours? That doesn't seem right. I remember the new president being a guy.
What?
What are you saying? I'm the student council president. Who else would I be?
I'm pretty sure, though. Maybe if you told me your name, I'd remember.
My name...
Miss President stopped moving. What's going on? Can't tell us her name? That's not that strange a question, is it? But for some reason, Miss President seemed unable to answer. I sensed some kind of incoherent melancholy from her. She and I saw a tense glance.
My name's...
What's wrong?
My memories? No, I don't want to fight anymore. Why do we have to kill one another?
What? Kill one another? I gasp when I hear the words fall from her mouth. I don't know what's crossing her mind right now, but she's definitely not acting normally. I glance at Chie and try to approach Miss President in the hopes of calming her down. Without warning, Miss President began flailing her arms as if trying to ward off demon that's only she can see. Chia reached out and touched her in concern. Miss President now catch Chia and easily knock her aside. What power! I barely managed to catch Chia before she slams into the concrete wall. Still, the sudden breakdown? What in the world's happened to Miss President? Once I helped Chia back to her feet, we carefully approach her from both sides. This will be a little rough, but it can be helped. We can't ask her anything while she's like this. But at that moment...
What?
No way!
Before I knew, Miss President is flying through the air. She was jumping? For a moment, I can't comprehend what I was seeing. This is no ordinary leap. She was at a standstill, but now her entire body is suddenly up higher than my head. Her jumping ability is unbelievable. She and I look up in astonishment as Miss President kicks off the ceiling to change direction and lands at a full run.
Wow. Who is that girl? Did I say something to offend her? She did mention something about her memories.
Come to think of it, her memories did seem a little muddled. Maybe she was on the verge of getting them back.
What kind of memory would make her go nuts and run away like that?
Can't answer Chie at all. What if you had to kill each other? I hear Miss President's voice in my head. Chie probably wasn't expecting me to answer her, and she continued.
I'll wait here. Make sure you rescue her, okay?
Her voice is strong and confident. To drive the point home, she pokes my chest with her finger as if ordering me. Even though she might be in danger herself, she's still worrying about others. All my friends are like that. That makes me really happy right now. I ask Chie if she'll be alright on her own. She fires back. Let me worry about that. He nods at her and begins running after Miss President once more. I will save her, no matter what. Even though I was running as fast as I could, the invisible walls kept preventing me from making much headway. I attempt to strike at the walls with my persona, but nothing happened.
So many invisible walls, one after another. Miss President can pass through them. I don't know if I can keep up the pursuit.
The announcement room is still in my destination. There's no way to know if that's where Miss President is headed as well, but if there's a shadow waiting for me there, I'll need to get there anyway. Teddy and Risa should be in the announcement room, and if Nanako is being held captive, that's where she'd be in as well. I have to keep running, but yet another wall blocked the whole way. First I think that this is a dead end, I realize that I can cut through a classroom and come out on the other side as well. Through a classroom and come out on the other side of the wall. It's forcing me to enter the room rather than letting me go straight. This probably means I brace myself and put my hands on the door. The moment I step inside, a familiar voice echoed in my mind.
Hi. Senpai! Can you hear me? Please answer me!
That voice. Is that you, Rise? The real one?
Her voice isn't coming from the assistant. I'm actually hearing it in my head. This has to be the work of Rise's persona.
Thank goodness. I've been all alone since that weird fake Teddy captured me. And then you were all fighting each other.
I hear the relief in her voice. She sounds all different from the insensitive and rude voice that had been coming from the PA system. This is indeed the Rise I know.
Where are you now, Rise? Can you locate where I am?
I'm sorry, I don't think there's time. I'm stuck in the announcement room. Please, Senpai, you have to hurry. If you don't, he'll...
Rise! What's wrong, Rise?
There's no answer. The communication has been cut off. Has something happened in the announcement room? My heart began racing. The enemy made us fight each other as participants in this tournament, but they had captured Risa as well. It's clear to me that they must have been worried about her persona's power to tell us the truth. But that's not important right now. If she was just captured to prevent her from contacting us, then the enemy must think of Risa as being less valuable than those who had to fight. It sounded okay, but who knows what might happen to her now. I have to hurry.
Pardon me for interrupting while you are lost in thought.
A hand brushed my shoulder. In surprise, I jumped away and draw my sword. I can't believe that I let myself slip so lost in thought that I didn't notice someone until they touched me. This is the second time I let myself get so distracted. I've gotten used to having my friends with me while we investigate last year. I can't pay attention to the entire world of my own. I need to brace myself. Ages. I look up and see another unfamiliar face. A girl with blonde hair and striking blue eyes. Wait, a girl? Her face and voice seems human-like, but the rest of her. There's metal everywhere, all over her body. For a moment I wonder if this is just a elaborate costume. But I can see the inferior framework of her body with her joints connect.
I didn't mean to startle you.
You're,
It's nice to meet you. My name is Aegis. And no, I am not human.
You are the one from the introduction video, listed as the Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel, Narukami-san, correct?
The question catch me off guard. I wasn't expecting a complete stranger to call me that. And since he said he wasn't human, it's well, when Yosuke called me by that stupid title, I know it was a joke, but when I trying to say it sounds like they truly believe it. This is a pain.
Nanako is important to me, but calling it a complex is stretching things.
No, wait a second. I was trying to play it off, but I ended up blotting out Nanako's name anyway. Calm down. I need to take this conversation away from this subject. I cleared my throat and tried to start over.
Naka-san, was it? Why are you here?
Our primary objective is the destruction of shadows, but we have come to this world on a different mission.
What?
The destruction of shadows.
She fights Shadow. But how can she do that if...
Then does that mean...
Yes, I have a persona as well. Though my body is a machine, personas are the strength of the heart after all.
Just as I thought. I'm surprised to find another persona user outside of my group of friends, and a robot on top of that. I can't come to grips with all of this. From the way we were talking, she seemed just like a normal person, all in an interesting suit. True, I've seen stories of the news about robots looking uncannily like real human, but isn't something like this far beyond those? Still, I can't help but believe the evidence of my own eyes. I mean, I've been hoping in and out the TV for the past year. Who am I to say what's strange or not? Perhaps the technology behind the creation has supernatural roots of its own. I find myself growing more and more interested in how she came to be here, but I have to put that aside for now. There's something I need to find out from her first. The P-1 Grand Prix, it's so similar to the event of last year, but to think that it would involve someone like her? I don't have a clear picture of everything that's happening, that's for sure. I'll calm myself and then ask her what I feel would tell me what she's doing in this world.
What is this mission of yours?
She opened her mouth to respond, but just then... the monitor inside the classroom turned on. It's at the moment that I suddenly remember. It struck me that I'm going to have to fight here. I've forgotten about sensing that when I entered the room.
Aha! So that's where you got to, Sensei. I've been looking all over for you. Where's the honey? Were you in the middle of trying to score with her?
As if you didn't know. You're the one who lured us both here.
Oh my, did you figure it out? I didn't have a choice after those guys decided on their own to horn in on the fun. You're a bright boy, Sensei. You know what's coming next, don't you?
The general of the mirror gave me a twisted smile. Would Aiji-san mission be something that would cause him trouble? I can figure out what his motive are, but he's using us to cross each other. In other words, he didn't exchange it being set against me. Aiji-san seemed to understand this as well, and is starting at the monitor with quite animosity.
Sorry about this. Do you know the rule of this tournament?
Only the victor of each match may move on. Yes?
I have nothing against you, but I'm in a hurry for my own reasons.
Neither of us, in other words, can back down. Then there should be no hard feelings.
Aiji-san is surprisingly straightforward about this. She immediately takes a fighting stance. A bitter thought comes to me. Stop being forced to fight my friends. But for some reason, having to hurt someone that I don't even know is tougher. Another thought comes to the heels of that one. I don't know this girl. Perhaps her appearance here means that there are urgent problems that an ordinary student like me can fathom. What gives me the right to stop her on her mission? Shouldn't I know what's at stake before I take that from her? Thankfully, it seems that she hasn't gone mad like any other friends. Perhaps the enemy doesn't care about clouding the minds of people who don't know each other. If we're still capable of understanding each other, then we should talk this over before we do anything.
That will not do. We will speak more of this after one of us wins.
Agi-san said this so quickly as if she is reading my mind. For a moment, I'm struck by how she could have known what I was thinking, but I realized that she's right. What good would it do for us to talk things over? Sure, the loser cannot leave the room, but until we have a battle, neither one of us is going anywhere. It doesn't really matter if we can come to an understanding or not. Until we have our right, none of our goals are going to be accomplished. If that's the case, then it's better if we don't hear about each other's problem before we fight. That could be why Aji-san hasn't told me anything. This must be her version of kindness. I suddenly ready my sword. Aji-san appeared to smile slightly when I do. Right, I'm not going to give up on what I'm fighting for either. I need Nanako and my friend to be safe. And I have to make sure that Miss President is okay. I'll use everything I can to protect them. To thank for her consideration, I'll make it a point to announce that I'm ready to start the fight.
And here goes. There's no need to hold back.
Indeed. Let us do battle.
Let us do battle. Narukami versus Aegis.
Final! Fight!
Damage! Severe impact! No! Less damage! No! Severe impact! Less damage! Upward fire!
Whoa!
Upward! Right down! A severe light damage! No! No! Severe impact! Right low! Limited disabled! Bramble! No! Heavy damage! Light damage! No! Light damage! Light damage!
Over here!
Hit!
What?
Bramble! Damage! No! Light damage! Shield up! Bramble! Bramble! Can't! No!
I don't know, just bashing button randomly.